the Ghana Post GPS was launched. So we know that it's been a subject of many debates with former President John Mahama and Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They've all been throwing jabs at each other. Well, this is not what we want to focus on this morning. And so on the show, we're hitting the streets to find out why and how many Ghanaians really have logged onto the app and the challenges or how well they're relating to the user experience. So, well, we have Maxwell Agwagba, who is coming to us live from somewhere in Accra. Where are you, Maxwell?
Well, Roland, I'm coming to you from Adabranca.
Oh, okay. Adabranca. So, relatedly, still on Ghana Post GPS, and you're asking some young people about what they know on the app, right?
Exactly. So this morning, personally, I checked to see the number of downloads that we've had so far, about 100,000, plus downloads. But there's some who are raising concerns and saying that, look, we are more than 20 million people here in Ghana, and 100,000 downloads really is not anything to boast of. So this morning, as you rightly mentioned, we are here on the streets to find out from some Ghanaians what they think about the app. Want to find out also from them whether they've used it before and what reviews they would give to it. Because when we checked on the Google Play Store, we had a mist of reviews. There are some who say, oh, it is good. There are others who are also asking a lot of questions, saying it has not really been helpful to them. Let's find out from this gentleman who've joined me here exactly what they think about it. Sir, what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, tell me, have you used the Ghana Post GPS app?
No, I haven't used it. I haven't. But I've seen it in my app store, I think several times. But I haven't used it. I haven't even downloaded it yet.
I mean, we've had a lot of buzz about it. I mean, recently we heard of President Mahama and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also, it has not really touched you to actually download it. Why?
Well, I think there hasn't been much publicity on that. So I think because I saw it in my app store, all right, but well, I haven't heard anything on the news about the Ghana Post app, or maybe friends or other colleagues at the office. But I've seen it in my app store. So that is the only thing that so far I can say about it. Because if there has been much publicity on it, well, I can say that maybe I can download it and give it a try. But for now, I haven't, because I haven't heard a lot of people. I don't know even if much of my friends use it. Because yeah. So
I'm sure Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will disagree with you on the score of publicity, because he has been talking a lot about it, talking about Jack. Where are you? So if you've not seen Jack, where are you?
But
the billboard, the huge billboard.
No, you were saying that you saw about 100,000 plus downloads, and we are over 20 million. So 100,000 plus download is not enough. If there has been much publicity on it, at least we should have about 1 million downloads by now. 1 million downloads, at least you can say you have come far. 100,000 is not enough. And the braka here, crowd.
Anyway, let me find out from you, sir. What's your name?
My name is Bismarck.
Bismarck?
Yeah.
Have you downloaded the app?
No, I haven't downloaded it.
Why?
Because I haven't seen anything. Just only today that you were talking about, but me, I don't know anything about that. Just now I checked my phone and I saw that there's something called that app you are talking about, but I haven't downloaded it yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that you're just used to asking for directions from people, so you're not really willing to change from that and then using your Android phone to help you?
Oh, using Android phone, no, it's good, but for me, actually, I haven't downloaded. So later on, and I'll download and see what is in it or not. Then, and I don't know.
Do you have intentions of downloading it maybe later?
Or later, if I see that people are downloading it more than what you are, the figure that you mentioned, then I'll try and see that whether I can download or not.
Wow, interesting. So, what's your name?
I'm Francis.
Francis.
Yes.
Okay, Francis, tell me, have you downloaded the app?
No. Not yet.
You've also not downloaded it. Tell me why.
Well, for me, I don't find any reason for downloading it. I don't know. I feel it might not be so much beneficial to me, and that is the reason why I haven't done it. I think before I do anything, I want to research more, understand the basis of it, and get to know the nitty-gritties of it and how it works before I can go ahead and do it. So possibly today marks the first time of probably going to search to find out how it works, and if possible, if I have to download, I can get it done.
Interesting. But since you guys have not downloaded, but let me just find out from you. It's costing us 9.9 million Ghana cedis to put this app together. I want to find out from you. Do you think we can have other users? Because the experts say that it can actually help us clamp down on the menace of, romance fraud. They tell us that it can help us do a lot of things. In fact, with the National Address Registry, other companies can actually tap into the app and use data from the, from the address system and all of that. What do you think are some of the other uses of this app?
Well, the uses, we can talk about a lot, but the question is, before you think of something like implementing something like this, you have to do a pilot program, okay? You have to talk to people. You have to see explain to people how this thing is going to work, okay? For instance, we are used to apps like Google Maps and other things, and yeah, I use Google Map. I use my map on my phone. Sometimes I can even ask maybe direction to a particular mall or a particular location on my phone. I get it correct. Maybe I don't even know the exact thing that the app does because I don't know much about it.
Well, this is unique to Ghana. Very unique to Ghana.
So if you are able to educate, if they were able to educate people on this, I think maybe I'll stop using my Google Map and then try that one too. Because if it's unique to Ghana, I'm sure there'll be more details in there than maybe the Google Map. Yeah. So I think, well, I'm still stressing on the publicity because I haven't heard a lot about it. I don't know. Maybe others might feel different, but my opinion is that I haven't heard a lot about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me find out from you. 9.9 million Ghana cedis. Do you think it's worth it?
9.9
million
Ghana cedis. Do what?
For the app. Everything about the app.
Oh yeah, it's good. Everything about 9.9 million cedis. Ghana people, right? Okay, fine. I don't know what I should say about these things because 9.9 million cedis must have. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it.
Well, I know usually when people are asking for directions in Ghana, they would want to, ask, they want to be told, oh, go here, turn left, the blue kiosk and all of that. Do you think there would ever be a time when, would move away from that and then start using the app to get directions for ourselves? Because as it stands right now, a lot of people are still comfortable asking their friends for directions, asking for where the blue kiosk is, where the Lotto kiosk is and all of that. Do you think there would ever be a time where we would want to move away from that?
Well, I think there has to be. The question is, when you mentioned the money, I was just wondering if you should take that to a Ghana city, how much that would be.
Yeah, it's 9.9 million.
If it should take it to even the local currency for ordinary person to understand how much that be. So my only problem has been like in Ghana, what is the first thing that needs to be done before certain things have been done well? How many people use even Android phone? We have a vast majority of people who are most likely do not even find a place to live, and
well, very soon you'll be able to access directions on your what we call the the feature phones, what we call the YAM phones. You would be able to access it very soon.
Well, that would be an excellent idea anyway. But I feel money has to sometimes be used judiciously. That's what I feel. I don't.
You say judicious, you still do.
I think there are more of a poor nature to take care of. There are people struggling more in the country than the amount of money sometimes we spend so much into certain things that only benefits certain class of people, and the vast majority of people seems to be struggling with a lot of things, ends meet, and talking about so many things that affect the economic well-being of the very individuals. I don't see anything wrong with getting up that will be able to enable us to go wherever we want to go, catch up with an appointment without actually asking people a question as to for directions. You know, in Ghana, it has always been difficult, especially when you want to go somewhere and you don't know them. Everybody will be nice with you and direct you as far as the person can direct you. There are many a times that for people to even tell you that, okay, where you're going, I don't know there. They find it difficult telling you, I don't know. But they would rather direct you to a very wrong place where you have to turn back and forth and all that. And so this is very good. But for me, as we are asking, all the three of us, we don't even know much about it. Okay, and so we still feel that it will be necessary for us to still go ahead and keep asking people for direction. Or we could still use our old Google map as it is always been.
Personally, if you ask me, I think the Ghana Post GPS will be more reliable, because I've had situations where, I mean, you go into a place, I mean, very far away, you ask people who live in the community, they tell you, oh, yeah. You start walking and you realize, no, the distance is really long. But if you're using your Ghana Post GPS, it's going to give you, reliable distance. You can actually rely on it and say, okay, you'll be able to tell whether it's a short, or long distance. But let me find out finally from you. On a Google Play Store, you're able to give it a number of stars. I mean, some have given it 4 stars, 5 stars, and all of that. How many stars would you give the Ghana Post GPS, although you are yet to download it?
It will be difficult to rate an app that you haven't used. Because the more reason why we rate the apps is because of the reviews. You have used it, and then you can tell how friendly and then how helpful the app has been. So it will be difficult for me to rate an app that I haven't used. So I'll give it 1.
Okay. What about you?
Oh, me, I haven't downloaded it yet, so how can I rate Apple haven't downloaded it?
But after this conversation, are you going to download the app?
Oh, if I see that they are making more adverts and other things to people to know that this is a thing that is coming, fine, and then people will get more knowledge about that. But me, if you ask me anything about this Google, what do you call it, Ghana Post and things, me, I don't know nothing I can even tell you. So if I rate, I'm giving them 1. 1 is okay. Because if I download it and I see that, okay, the thing is good, when I'm going this place, it can give me this direction to fine, and I see that, okay, fine, the thing is good. So if I say anything about that, somebody asks me something about it, and then I should know what I will talk. Yeah.
Interesting. What about you?
I prefer to be a bit objective, so I wouldn't like to be a politician to give a promise. So it'll be difficult for me to rate it. So I would just go read about it and then find out.
But would you download it after this conversation?
Well, if I find it helpful, why not? I will go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Okay. I want to say a big thank you to you guys for sharing your views with us. Thanks so much for joining in the conversation. So, Roland, so you just heard it for yourself. These are views from Ghanaians here in Adabraka. In fact, we're very close to a watcher seller's joint. This is a watcher boutique. And I'm sure the next time we are coming here, we're definitely going to use the Ghana Post GPS app to come here and get some watcher for ourselves. We'll not ask for directions from people. From Adabraka, here in Accra, Maxwell Agbaba for JoyNews.
Oh, you haven't finished your Maxwell. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Roland.
Do you have the Ghana Post GPS on your phone yourself?
Roland, in fact, let me confess, I'm yet to download it, but I'll download it after this conversation. If I write about it, I'm going to download it.
Okay. I'd wanted to ask further questions, but I don't know. I think you make my work difficult sometimes. Well, Maxwell, thank you very much. I just saw on the side though. Don't ask me whether.
I was going to. Listen, we want to hear from you. And we're going to go on Facebook because we put the question on Facebook. And the first response will just simply blow your mind. We're also activating the phone line, so you can give us a call. 0302-211-69102. So here's a question we put. Have you downloaded and used the Ghana Post GPS? It's been 3 weeks already. Share your experience with us. Check it out. First comments. Is this part of the 35 billion for publicity? We'll continue to chop some and stop interrogating the issues. If it is KB report, you tell us what's there. But if it's a plagiarized app, you want us to tell you what's there. Well, First point is we haven't been paid. I mean, we're not doing this because we've been paid. It's one of the conversations as,
yes,
you know, that's
because
we
it's
have
topical
lots of
and we feel that
on the show. So yeah.
Because
and
the other side is that, oh, it's not a very good app. So
yeah,
if it's not a very good app,
or if it's plagiarized,
if it's not a very good app, we want the customers or the ordinary Ghanaian to tell us what their user experience is. I mean, basically that's it. It's not because of anything else.
Okay, so but somebody is responding to you. We'll leave the back and forth, and go to people who want to share some experiences with us. Okay, let's go. It looks like the first comment is just generating the back and forth, and
they're rather reacting to.
So let's read what Maggie Sylvester has sent. Says, the useless thing is 108. Okay, listen, people are using very hard words, and I didn't think this was going to go this way. Is that what people actually really think about the Ghana Post GPS? Is that the kind of comments that it generates? Nana Danso. Okay, see, the conversation has changed.
Okay, go up.
Emmanuel Edwards.
Go up.
Emmanuel Edwards says yes. It's
go
cool,
up a little.
but with time it will get better. He who wants to fly must first learn to stand and walk. One cannot fly into flying. I don't know what that means. George is...
Please go up. Let's read for George Alonso Kweku.
So George says, I downloaded it. I got a different code. My wife got a different code. My niece also got a different code. We all live in the same house, a 4-bedroom self-contained. This app could best be described as a geolocator, correct? Nothing near a digital address system with area codes, postcodes, and property numbers. If you mention W2 anywhere in England, everyone knows the suburbs that are covered. If you say, example, 249A, E11 4HH, London, UK, every single person in the UK knows where you're going. You don't even need a smartphone to be able to register to any address. Why must there be a fanfare to launch a digital addressing system that is less than 5% complete? What happened to the streets naming, zoning, etc. that are needed before we can make any sense of the address system? I was in Accra recently. The app was showing a different street from what's on the street's name by the roads. I was told it was the old name of the streets. That's quite long, but good feedback that you sent, George. Jennifer says, whether NPP or NDC, just don't politicize it. Be fair and bring out your comments so they can improve upon it. That's nation building. Jennifer Boateng, thank you very much for this response, because when you go up, I mean that the conversation has turned around and it's become very political, but we're trying to see through.
I love Jennifer.
People.
Jennifer is not politicizing the issue.
No, she's cautioning everybody on the page.
Right.
Yeah.
Jennifer, you're my contributor for the morning.
So Mama Daho Kwesi says, I don't know if the English, they suit my phone. When I'm saving the location, it tells me to stand outside to get it faster. Meanwhile, I'm already outside. I've tried, but the infancy, my didn't cry. Oh, wait, Roland, we have to go to the phone lines.
Yeah, so we have more people on the phone lines, Mama Lee.
Yeah. Okay, so Mutala Muniru is calling from Gushegu. Mutala, good morning.
Good morning.
Apologies for keeping you. I hope you're well, though.
Yeah, I'm very fine.
We thank God. So what's your feedback? Have you downloaded the GPS system? Hello?
But just that I'm not getting...
You haven't downloaded it?
I downloaded it.
Okay, cool.
For about 2 weeks now. But I tried it, locating certain locations in Gushu here, but I wasn't getting headway.
I beg, where were you trying to locate?
Yeah, getting some locations in Gushu here, just to assess whether it is working right for me. Okay. And I wasn't getting the right thing. I don't know whether I don't know how to use it or the application itself is not working really.
Okay. How many times did you try?
I tried for about 3 consecutive times.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the feedback. Isaac is in Tepa. Isaac, good morning.
Good morning, sister.
Thanks for joining us. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I want to ask whether the whole program covers the whole Ghana or just only one region, Accra.
Why are you asking that?
I wanted to download it and see if I can get some of these directions within my locality paper. I have none of.
Have you done it?
Not yet.
Okay, that's why we're asking the user experience.
Oh, so
it's supposed to be for the whole country.
I think you should try it, Isaac. Try it so that we can get the real feedback. Until you do it, we would never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack, where are you?
I'm half an hour.
All right.
Thank you very much, Isaac. Let's go to Shaibu Amidu, who is in Obuasi. Shaibu, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Great. Let's hear what you've got to say.
I've done it, but it's not properly working here in Obuasi.
When you say it's not properly working, what do you mean?
Like, I've done it, and then if you tell me the area, you can look at the area, maybe my area. It will only locate for Obuasi and then the regional code.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then me have a problem. The money they use in that, because they want to find the new SHS, the accommodation, those kind of furniture. Use that money to send up those things. Why use that waste of money to this? When students are not having domestic sleep, no furniture to learn, then why kind of wasting our time on this? Is it proper?
All right.
So you think this whole Ghana Post GPS thing is not necessary?
No, but first, priority to these things are like, let's say for the SSTs, it's first thing for come. So these things cannot help Ghana to grow. So if students are not properly educated, can they download GPS?
I get you, Shaibo. Thank you very much for calling. Let's speak to Idris Mohammed, who's in Tamale. Good morning, Idris.
Good morning, Mama B.
Yes, Idris. I hope all is well.
Yes, please. Jack, where are you? I cannot find myself. I downloaded the app. Yes, I downloaded the app. All right, but like one of the earlier callers said, you try to put in your addresses, and it's like, oh, please, can you go outside? You go outside there, you get it better. Meanwhile, you are already outside. The last time I was trying to use it, a colleague told me that, oh, probably the trees are blocking the network. I have to shift to the other side.
It's satellite, so trees do not block it.
Yes. The whole system is not just working. It's not working.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Have you tried to uninstall and install again? Perhaps it will.
The last time we tried with a colleague's phone, it took us almost a whole day. We're on it a whole day. The thing will not even install.
Where you are, is the internet connection very good?
Oh, very wonderful. Very, very wonderful. Very, very wonderful.
Jack, where are you?
In fact, that is it. I'm around Tamale Teaching Hospital. There's a hospital around Tamale called Tamale Teaching Hospital. Yeah.
But you can't be found, apparently. Thank you very much, Idris.
At all.
All right.
Let's speak to Prince Roland.
Prince Nuhu. Jack, where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Walwale.
And what has been your user experience after you installed the app on your phone?
Yeah, I've not even downloaded it yet.
Oh, please download and tell us your user experience.
Yeah, but I just have some issues to elaborate.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the publicity of that particular app.
But we're just telling you about it, and you haven't downloaded it.
Yeah, but down here, asking a lot of friends about that particular app, no one knows anything about it. So I'm really concerned about whether it is for the whole Ghana or it is for a particular region. You understand?
It looks like you know
anything about it. You can't go on and download it because you deem it unnecessary. But there should be some education concerning that particular app, so that it will ginger you to download it and go on.
I think that you seem to know a lot about the app than
no, I mean that's his view. He thinks that there's not a lot of Sometimes we probably make the mistake because we're here in Accra, and so when we're talking about it, we feel that there's a buzz, but probably depending on where you are.
There's not.
Yeah, so
I understand that. Being a marketing communication practitioner, I do understand all that.
Yeah. We'll speak to Haruna will be the last call that we'll pick. We've got messages to read. So let's speak to Haruna. Haruna Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm tempted to say, Jack, where are you? But let's hear you.
Okay, I tried downloading. I downloaded the app, all right, and then they said I should enter my name. So I tried typing I, and then it responded. Because there's no any better authentication to show that this is true, this is the right right person who is typing in the name and then the phone number. So after typing I went through, then trying to generate a code. They told me that I should go outside. So I went out, and then I wasn't getting my location. So I don't even know how to even go about this. So I ended up.
But I your name.
Yes, I. Then it responded. So this shows that it is not all that security-wise very strong. So anybody can just put anything there, and then you go through.
Okay, all right. I get you. Very good feedback there. Thank you very much, Haruna, for joining us from Bolga. Let's read some messages, messages not necessarily on this conversation, but other conversations as well. Mustafa in Tamale says, Fifi Kwete, this one is part of the conversations that you had, Roland. Fifi Kwete and his colleagues, minorities should spare us. The talks for the NDC only came to create, loot and share the resources of Ghana among themselves. Mustafa in Tamale sending this message quite a bit early in the show. This one also says, today, read my message. In fact, the government is still not paying our teachers arrears. Hayford at Nkranza South sending this message. And this one says, the Vice President deserves this because we thought he's competent. By now, we know he is. I guess he's not. Baba is sending this message. Thanks a lot. This one says, the usual style is at display. NDC is pushing the babies with sharp teeth on the streets, but should not forget NDC will remain in opposition for long because they have not learnt any lessons yet. That's from Nana Esiama in Kumasi. Here's another one from Juma Charles in Dunkwa Fame saying, Fifi Kwete's comment is needless because some members in NDC party are Christians, but they lie when they are in power. Basically, that's what you're trying to say. Thank you for the message. And kindly don't call. This number is just for sending text messages and WhatsApp messages. It will be good if we just stick to that. This one says, good morning. And there we go. Somebody is trying to call us again. So what's this message saying? Yep. Good morning. One of the major problems in Ghana is indiscipline. We always allow authorities to force us before we do the right thing. If we all decide, and I've got to cut because somebody's just trying to simply call and I'm not able to read the message. So we'll just pause and then come back with entertainment, Roland.
Yes.